In the second tutorial video on how to add a full screen video to Storyline, I want to go ahead and discuss text editors and saving your video file and editing the code that we have published. So first thing, I highly recommend downloading a text editor like Sublime Text. It'll just be easier, especially if you're going to be editing code often. You can also use something like one of your notepads and use that if you'd like to, just for this video. What we're going to do next is go ahead and copy and paste our video into our Storyline file. So wherever you saved your video to, definitely recommend MP4. Go ahead and copy that and then paste it into your published files. And what I like to do is just keep it right in the main file there, because then we won't have to type extra code. We can just access it through there. The second part of this is you want to go ahead and edit the HTML5 document. So what you're going to do is right click on that and then open it with your text editor. So I'm going to be using Sublime Text today, and that's what you'll be seeing. And what we're going to do with this is I have it opened right now. We're going to edit a little bit of this code. I'll give you guys the code to edit yourselves, and I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the code that I already created from my winter video that you saw. So the code that we're going to be using for this, it's a few different lines in a few different places. We're going to be using the CSS that's in line. So CSS is generally on its own sheet, and we usually import it in, but Storyline has some CSS that is in line, so that means in the HTML document. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this whole thing in between these style tags. You can see with the close and open bracket, that's our style tags there, and copy this bit, and I'm going to paste it right into where the style tags are in my code on this cow video one. So what I'm going to do is highlight that, paste it in, and you can see my body text is off there. So I'm just going to back up and make sure I have HTML comma body. And you can see the URL right now is to that Cycling Santa video. What I'm going to do is change that to the title of my other video file, and that's called cow. And you'll see that we don't have it repeating because we don't want it to repeat. It's going to cover the entire background and is going to be overflow hidden. Overflow hidden means that if you would be able to scroll, you won't be able to scroll. It'll just cut it off so you can't scroll. So anything that would be within that parameter of scrolling is now you can't scroll. The second piece of this, I'm going to save this, is going to be I need to add some script below that. And that script is going to be for our video itself. And as you can see here on my winter one, I have the video source. And what I'm going to do is copy that and paste that right in to here. So where I have that under the body, and this is where it's going to go. And we can get rid of some of this extra stuff too. We're not using the ID and we're not using this poster, so we can go ahead and delete that. And we want it to be on autoplay and we want the video to loop. If you don't like the way the video looks, you can definitely edit it in a video editor to make it more of a smooth transition. And we only have a MP4 today, so we're going to delete that source. And then we're going to call this, because it's the cow one, we're going to call it cow instead of Cycling Santa. We're going to save that. And that's pretty much it. It's super easy. I think that our video should play, so let's check it out and see. We're going to open it with Chrome. And there we have it. We have our HTML5 full screen video background. Definitely go and republish this if you want to, because I think the title on this should be a bit bigger and the button maybe down further. But a word of warning, if you republish this, you're going to lose all your code. So all the code that you put in will be completely wiped and you'll just have the regular Storyline code. So what I like to do is I like to create, say, another file that has all of my code in it that I want to use. and then go back and copy and paste that when I republish. So anytime you republish a storyline file, it's just going to repopulate it with the code that was already in there. So even if you mess up some of this code, like going through it, it's okay because you can just republish and retry again. It's no big deal. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I hope this was helpful.